hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling your radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that Scuba Radio is about to begin.
We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown?
Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Under the sea, under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for Scuba Radio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me.
What's up?
Was it? So last week was kind of a tough show to do because we were reflecting on losing Jerry Beatty, a good friend of Scuba Radio, pioneer, just a pillar of the dive industry. And there was another guy, Michael Manduro. We lost him too. And that was just a tough show to do. And literally this morning, getting ready for the show, I get wind of we lost another one in the dive industry, Nancy Easterbrook, who I have known for many, many years. She was she was part of the Cayman Water Sports Association, dive tech on Grand Cayman, big tech diver facility there on Grand Cayman. Evidently, she passed this week too. So it's just been one right after the other. So, I don't know what to make of this. I hope this is done for a while. I mean, I will say, as difficult as it was to do the show last week, it did feel like therapy for me, just to get it out there. And, everybody knew Jerry Beatty, especially. I mean, it was tough for me personally because, once again, he was kind of one of my go-to guys. But we have made some progress that, we're going to get all of Jerry's friends together at the DEMA show for a special event on Thursday here in Orlando in November for the big DEMA show. And we got an event planned in one of the ballrooms. But on Thursday of the show, which will be day 3, everybody's going to wear, who knew Jerry, as a little tribute to him. When he was working the dive shows, Jerry would always wear these suits. He'd wear, usually a pretty standard black jacket, the whole thing, kind of formal. But then as soon as you got him out of business mode, he'd wear a Hawaiian shirt, big flowery thing. And that was his uniform. So everybody's going to wear like a Hawaiian shirt on Thursday in honor of Jerry. And for Michael, evidently, I didn't know Michael as well, but one of the things he did, he was known for crazy socks. So different crazy socks. So people are going to wear crazy socks for Michael. They're going to wear Hawaiian shirts for Jerry. And, the initial shock is worn off a little bit. And now it's just going to be, what can we do to honor his memory and his contribution to the dive industry? So that's what we're doing for Thursday of the dive show, the big DEMA event. And I'm looking forward to it. So it'll be good to get everybody together once again. And once again, when this kind of stuff happens, it just makes you value your friends in the industry just that much more. And then, like I said, we lost Nancy this week. So who knows what will happen with that. But she was a big leader, especially when it came to, working with the Cayman Islands and promoting diving, in that part of the world, especially on the tech side of things. Dive Tech was kind of a leader in the tech diving facilities and options that you had on Grand Cayman in particular. So she was quite a leader in the industry. So I don't know. It kind of sucks, but I mean, I said, as I said last week, if there's a bright side, we get the DEMA show coming up, and it's going to give everybody a reason to come together and celebrate our friends. So there you go. So this show is going to be a little bit more on track, I think, or back to our typical nonsense. But it still, seems to, I don't know. What do you think? It's just a lull we're having there, CJ? What do you think? Or you just kind of roll with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And just kind of keep going and knowing that we just have a few more people looking after us. And
Why start being funny now?
well, there's that. There's definitely that. So CJ's in the studio to provide, well, really no support, but we
I'm
appreciate
supporting you.
Oh, are
with
you?
my smart
Okay.
ass comments.
Yes. All right. That's what you do.
That's what I'm here for.
And then, of course, we got the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad connected via the web. Bubble Boy, Jared the Diver Guy, Casey the Tobacco Nut, Vinny Two Tanks. And, we got the regular cast of characters. Also, Jared from Next Dive is with us right now, nexdive.com. Jared, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure. And I know you are looking forward to the DEMA show, and I think we're going to focus a little bit on that throughout the day today because, we're a month away from the annual dive event, and we're already planning some great stuff with some giveaways with Next Dive, and I can't wait for that. If you show up to the show, by the way, I'll just throw it out there right now. We've been doing this for 28 years. We open the show every day, and I say it every year, it seems like, that we are going to give away more stuff than ever before. And once again, that is, it's going to be true. It's already a month away. I already have way more than we had last year.
Wow.
Giveaway wise. So if you come to
Greg,
the DEMA show.
I have a question for Jared.
Okay.
No
go
questions.
ahead, Casey.
No questions at this time.
Yeah, no questions,
Yes.
but
Too late.
We'll let you
Jared-
ask it. We may not
Jared,
let
is
him
it
answer
true
it.
because the rumor mill has been cranking this out to the Scuba Squad that Greg is popping for all of us to get new next regulators? Is that true?
That is rumor and innuendo, which we do not, we do not endorse on this show.
I heard he's bringing his credit card to the show. So
That's hilarious.
You filthy beggar.
Well, next, they have great gear. And you know what I'll tell you, Casey?
I wouldn't say great gear, Greg.
What?
They got awesome gear.
Oh, okay.
It is by far the best.
You better start brown nosing better than that, and bring your credit card because Jared, don't feel responsible that you need to give anything to these guys.
My next gear is laying right here beside that. That'd be great.
Yeah. Oh, he was. Well, then
he sleeps with it.
I
When
love it that
Barry's not
much.
around.
yes. Well, it's good. Everybody wants it,
Shots
and
fired already.
I mean,
Weird.
can you imagine? Because I don't know if it's just the reputation they've gained over the last couple of years. They just won best regulator for 2025 and Scuba Lab once again, and that's for the new one, right, Jared? Is that right?
That's correct. That's for the N1.
The N1, and so that's the flagship regulator for Nex right now.
Correct.
Yeah, and I don't even have that. Is
Whoa,
that what?
Whoa. Did you catch that, Greg?
What?
For now.
Well, for now,
So
of
they're in
course.
planning stages
Of course,
now,
they got to come up with new stuff all the time.
Yes, they're always
Come
looking
on.
to up their game.
Yeah.
Well, you
Well,
say
that's why I thought Greg was going to pop and get us all the brand new next generation stuff. He's so generous.
you are so gullible. I mean,
They need to make one with a built-in helmet so Vinny doesn't pop his head,
yeah,
crack his head open.
you think?
Yeah, that would help.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it would help at all, actually.
You don't think it would help him not get a concussion?
No, I don't
Does,
think.
does
There's
Nex
nothing to
have
protect.
A,
I mean,
does
let's
Nex
be-
have a dive skin flaming red color yet?
No,
for
no,
Vinny?
they don't do that kind of stuff.
Casey,
At least not yet.
Don't give him the idea.
Yeah, yeah. What are you doing? He's got enough on his plate already, Casey. I mean, you guys are just creating a big mess. All right, we'll get the crew back on track. Talk about DEMA. We got some other things we're going to throw out to the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad today, too, in regard to sharks. That's all coming up on the world's first radio show devoted to diving. Stay close.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Show off your good taste and wear your favorite radio show and podcast logo with official Scuba Radio merch.
Merch is short for merchandise.
No Thank you. Very helpful. We've got more than ever at ScubaRadio.com.
I like it. Sweet.
We're talking high-quality, sharp-looking Scuba Radio hats, shirts, hoodies, beach towels, blankets, board shorts, rash guards, pajama pants, coffee mugs, phone cases, magnets, umbrellas, wall clocks, tennis shoes, even flip-flops.
That's a mouthful.
It is a lot of Scuba Radio swag.
Big time. Lots of stuff. Speaking of which, tell them about the Scuba Radio stuff for women divers.
We didn't forget about the ladies. We've got women's leggings, crop top tees, and tons more stuff for women.
I rock my Scuba Radio merch all the time. Tons of compliments.
Flex yo riz.
What?
Represent the drip.
Just don't.
The biggest assortment of Scuba Radio merch ever. Get yours now at ScubaRadio.com.
Radio. Scuba Radio.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Hi, my name is Iggy, and I am freedom-loving travel tourist entertainer or tour guide, yes. We are in Norway. You are listening to Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. Now here is someone I consider a true Norwegian Viking. Greg, the Dive Master.
That is me. It ends up, by the way, I've gotten wind that one of our diving friends knows somebody who's working on the latest series of Vikings for Netflix. It is in this show. They're filming right now in Ireland. And so maybe I need to play my Sharknado card and see if I can get in on some of this TV action, go to Ireland, be in a TV show. What do you think, CJ? Yeah?
Nobody cares!
Well, that's not true. Surely there's someone who would care about that. You would care, wouldn't you?
I think you'd lose money.
What do you mean?
How much were they paying you as an extra on Sharknado?
I made about $150 for a day of work.
So you're going to fly to Ireland.
Plus the notoriety,
you're gonna fly to,
free food.
You're going to fly to Ireland.
Yeah, they pay you with Guinness, I think. Isn't that what they do? Or I'll drink Bailey's from a shoe.
There you go.
Okay, that could happen. Yeah. So what? We will see.
What would you be, the guy that gets slaughtered by the Vikings?
No, I'd be a Viking. I'm the Viking, according to Iggy. Yeah. I was a Viking in Norway.
Well,
that would apply.
You had him say that. It was probably written down.
No.
I know how this stuff works.
No, you don't.
I've been behind the scenes.
You have no clue whatsoever.
You better start training now.
Wrong!
When did they film?
They're filming right now. I'd have to get over there pretty quick.
You're going to need like 9 months of intense
Maybe
what
I'll let them finish up this year, and then maybe I'll do next one. I mean, have you ever seen that show on Netflix?
No, I'm not really into the period piece stuff.
No? All right. Well,
Is it good? Have you seen it?
I've never seen it, but I think it has Vikings in it. So, there's that. And so there could be a thing. But we will see. All right, whose mic is on? Whose speaker's on? Is that CJ? I think it's CJ. Yeah. Okay. No, you didn't. You didn't do it yet. Some of the CJ has messed up the system. Yeah.
When you make me go on Zoom,
right?
My phone does not like to stay muted.
Well,
even though I mute it.
If we could only catch you up to the 80s, we get all this
there's
technical.
Show me the button.
It's on the side of your phone.
No. Not on Zoom. It's not.
It doesn't matter. But
There's also one for Zoom. We've been through this a million times. I've got it down as far as it goes.
Yeah.
It still leaks
okay.
out a little bit.
You turn the microphone off. Just
my mic is muted, but I need to mute the speaker.
All right. I think you're good now.
I don't see where to do that.
You're good now. You got it right.
I don't know.
Yes, you're good.
You think so?
Right,
right,
Jerry?
He is good.
All right.
Yeah.
No.
What'd you do? You just did something again.
I went to put on your stupid mount.
No,
and it changed.
You just changed something. Yeah,
I didn't do anything.
He did, didn't he? Oh my gosh!
See, when I'm on the screen, so I can hit the mute button.
I thought after all these years,
look,
I really thought
when I swipe back to the video, it comes on. And there's no button to hit to turn it off.
Yeah, there is. There's an audio button on Zoom.
Where?
Tap on it. Tap on the screen. And
Anywhere?
Anywhere.
Oh, okay. There it
is. Yeah.
It doesn't show you.
Mute it already.
I'm going to swear.
Oh, jeez.
Here I come.
Here I thought, after all these years, 28 years,
I
really thought that
all right.
I really thought that Vinny Two Tanks was the most technically challenged Scuba Radio Scuba Squad member. And
I never use Zoom on my phone. I only use it on my computer.
Yes, but that's no excuse.
Yes, it is.
You're younger.
I couldn't find the button. There's nowhere on there that it says, hey, click here.
All right.
Greg, CJ is not a rank amateur. You just don't know how to shoot him.
Right.
Yes. I mean, maybe I need to have you and Vinny kind of team up.
And
buddy up.
all your vats of elevator shoes and vats of makeup.
I don't know what you're doing. What are you talking about?
Bubble Boy's the only one that knows.
Yeah.
And we ain't telling.
All right. Well, at least we got it resolved after killing, 5-10 minutes now? Thank you. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
CJ, be careful in the parking lot.
Right. The devil pooped in our parking lot.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't see this.
You will.
Oh, geez.
You'll smell it first.
Okay, that's enough out of you. Here we got Jared from Next Dive. You guys are making me look bad.
Sorry.
Yeah. First off, I got.
That's easy.
Sorry, we were actually.
I got Casey and Vinny and Jerry sucking up for free. Well, not Vinny. Vinny's just here to make you look good, technically, but I don't know. You dug a pretty deep hole.
Bubble Boy was just referencing good radio.
You think?
I'm not sucking up. Oh, I've done got my next.
It's
technically, you're brown nosing.
It's inconsistent.
No, I'm not brown nosing.
Okay, which next dive,
facts, buddy?
What next dive reg do you have sitting next to you right now?
Gravel.
Which one is it? The N1?
Here we go.
Gravel.
Is it an N1 or is it? Which ones do you have, Jared? Tell him.
You know? A couple of them. I'm going to look right now.
On your knees.
He doesn't even know. What the heck? He should know.
I don't have one, so I need one, Greg.
Yeah, right.
You should help me out here.
Well, glad I'm not you.
Especially in my condition.
I got CJ's got one.
Oh, there we go.
Jerry's got one. So
Yeah,
Casey,
that's awesome, Casey.
Glad I'm not you. All right. So which one do you have? Okay, you have a white one, but which model do you have? He doesn't even know.
I don't know mine either. I just
what?
Know it
probably says on there.
Yeah, you have the Monterey, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Monterey.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. Well,
which one do you have, Greg?
That one.
Yeah,
but the
you
red
didn't know
one.
either.
No, I have it right here. I have one of them right here. I have my other.
He's got that
second
red one
stage.
for his neck.
I think mine's blue.
See, that
I
one
got a
looks
blue
just like Vinny Spanks.
Oh boy. Well,
Close.
yeah, he could.
And you put that in your
color
mouth?
coordinate. The Spanx? No. I see Vinny. He about fell over laughing right now, and he doesn't have his mic on. Thank goodness.
I think he puked in his mouth.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm excited about the Dima show with next because we're going to be giving away a lot of special stuff in the morning, not just then, but also we're doing a thing in their booth. I think, do we get that set up yet, Jared? Have we picked a time, or are we still trying to work out the times for the Dima show? What do you think?
No, I think we've settled on 2:00.
2:00. All right. So we got our morning opening festivities, 9:30 to 10 a.m. each morning, the dive show at Dima here in Orlando, and then in the afternoon at 2:00 in the next booth. Those are going to be 2 chances to win each day. Some cool stuff. All right, more coming up. Stay close.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Divers, adventurers, and ocean lovers, get ready. Dima Show 2025 is coming to Orlando November 11th through the 14th. It's the one event where the entire dive industry comes together, from the latest dive gear and technology to travel destinations and training. Connect with fellow pros, discover new opportunities, and be a part of the community that drives our sport forward. Don't miss it. Dima Show 2025, November 11th through the 14th at the Orange County Convention Center in Orlando, Florida. Register now at dimashow.com.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer. And Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Peregrine is a simple, full-color, multi-gas dive computer. It's also the most economical Shearwater dive computer released to date. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater. Dive computers for demanding divers.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Take a look at it on the ocean floor. Just go down there, take your scuba gear and go down there. One of you would do that, I know.
Ain't no egos, never any egos. No egos underwater. Oh, no egos underwater.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master CJ. In the studio with me, Scuba Radio Scuba Squad, connected via the web, made up of Bubble Boy, Casey the Tobacco Nut, Jerry the Diver Guy, Vinny Two Tanks, and we got Jared from Next Dive, nexdive.com. And by the way, they're the flagship reg that you guys have right now, Jared, that just won the Scuba Lab Best Reg for 2025 is the N1, right?
That's
and that
correct. Yep.
and that's available now?
Yep, the N1 Stealth.
Yeah, N1 Stealth, exactly. So that's the best of the best. What makes it different and or better or than what Jerry has with the Monterey? What can you tell us in that regard?
It's a little bit more high performance with the airflow on the inside of the first stage, but one of the big things, Jerry, if you remember the transmitter, so this is the only diaphragm regulator on the market where the turret will swivel 360 degrees with the transmitter or anything on it.
Cool.
Huh. Well, explain that though. What do you mean with the transmitter on it?
So a lot of times when you have the transmitter on it, because it's larger and takes up more room, you tend to have hoses that hit it. And so,
gotcha. Okay, so on the first stage, because it can twirl around 360, if you have one of those wireless transmitters like we do with our Shearwaters or any other wireless transmitter thing plugged into the first stage, sometimes you get problems with the hoses.
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct.
And they get caught. Yeah, I have that problem sometimes. So this one gives you a little more flexibility in that regard, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
But as far as breathing characteristics, are we talking a big difference, a little, or it depends on what type of diving you're doing, Jared, or what?
No, the diver's going to not be able to really tell a huge difference.
Yeah.
An ANSI machine will, but most divers wouldn't be able to pick up the difference.
Right. Okay. But in the main color, I mean, is that one where you get in different colors, or are you doing that stealthy black color that I remember seeing at the scuba show in Long Beach?
Yeah, we started off with black, but now we're doing purple as well as green.
Wow.
The green's wild looking.
That's cool.
And
That's cool.
wait till you see it at the show, because now our hose fittings we're doing in purple and blue. And,
oh, really?
Yeah.
So that cool color options that you have on the first stages, which is that's the one thing that kind of stood out to me when I first saw these a few years ago. I was like, they had some kind of blue sapphire kind of thing on the first stage. Like, whoa, what's going on here? I mean, that thing looked wild. So now you're putting that on all the fittings and stuff too, huh? Just to really dress them up a little more?
Yep.
Love it. Love it always. So is that what you're going to be showcasing at the DEMA show, or you got a few other surprises up your sleeve that you're not ready to release until we get to the event about a month from now?
Well, we've kind of already released some of them, but it's been kind of a soft launch. But a lot of people still haven't seen like the cat ears for the regulators, and we have one that holds a GoPro, so that the bubbles don't interfere. It sits on the bottom of the second stage.
Nice. So what you mean on the exhaust ports of the reg? Is that what where it kind of mounts into that?
It's a cover that fits over the front faceplate of the regulator.
Yeah.
And then it's got the attachment for GoPro at the bottom.
Nice. Well, yeah, and you get that POV option with your GoPro. And
without the bubble interference.
Right. Yeah, because that is a problem. If you have, a lot of people were mounting them on their foreheads with their mask, and that's all great and dandy until you exhale, and then you've ruined your shot. And this is a workaround with that option, and still gives you that point of view as well. Actually, GoPro, I believe, is they just released a new camera too. By the way, they've been getting them and Insta360 has really been going back and forth, and GoPro has a new 360 camera too. I don't know that this would work with that though. You mean with the standard GoPros, or would it work?
With the standard GoPro.
Right, right.
Or DJI or whatever.
Yeah. But so we're getting more and more options.
Released the 360 Max D.
Yes. And, it'll be interesting to see how that plays. But they're usually at the DEMA show as well. And I think it's good to have options. And if you see Insta360 and GoPro go at it, ideally both of them will up their game and give us more.
You should check that out, Greg, because then you could film one of those underwater UFOs.
Yeah. Well, that's another topic, actually, I was going to bring up today. You know that, right?
I didn't, but I just set you up
now
perfectly.
You're excited, aren't you?
I'm skeptical.
Oh,
let me guess, you've seen one again.
No, I just, they
came and visited him.
Well, it has to do with the, AI, what is it, AI Atlas or whatever that's...
the meteor?
Yeah, the one that's big as Long Island, and
the
it's
comet?
on its way. Not a comet.
Yes, it is.
Wrong!
Greg, don't believe everything you see.
Hey, they had the first pictures that were taken of it that show what it is on October 3rd. What is today?
Giant rock.
What is today? It's October 11th.
October 11th.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
just a few more weeks and it'll be here to destroy mankind.
Just for the record, they took the pictures a week ago and the public has not seen them yet. What does that tell you?
Because they show the viewing ports?
No, they haven't showed squat. NASA has not released the photos. What do you think that means, Casey?
Viewing ports. You can see the aliens having cocktails, watching the stars.
Well, maybe.
They're boring and no one cares.
I don't know.
They didn't find nothing, and the heck with it.
Nope. They're claiming the only reason we haven't seen them is because of the government shutdown.
Well, they put a cloaking device over it so you can't see it.
No, there's been reports that something has been seen.
They're
on their way
if they were
to visit their underwater bases all throughout the globe, and you are going to, you mock me now, but mark my words.
I'll mock you until the day I die.
They're
you're
coming.
a fool.
They're coming for you. I'm telling you, they're coming for you.
Greg, I think you should put on that neon green Scuba Radio skin and wave at the sky.
Well, yes. I mean, yeah, I never did order those. You guys were supposed to order those skins that look like, Aquaman or green superhero kind of thing, and wear them at the DEMA show. That wasn't me.
I thought you were buying them for us. I thought it was like you were supplying the
What do you think? I'm made of money?
Not my style, Greg.
You guys are
well. Save your money, Greg. I'm not going to wear that.
Oh, you're going naked, are you?
We've got dignity.
Do you?
Yeah. Despite every metric,
every Saturday,
despite all the evidence,
on the show,
despite all the evidence to the contrary, we do have.
You know what else
shred
we
of
have
dignity
for the
left.
DEMA show, Greg?
What do you have, Casey?
The Scuba Radio cigar.
Okay, now you're talking. You can,
everybody that comes to the show might get one.
Right. What do they have to do anything, or just
show
up to the DEMA show, come up to Casey the Tobacco Nut?
Around.
You got to shine your shoes.
Oh. Shine your shoes.
That'd get them too.
No, I mean, they probably should have to do something. Just if they come up and ask is one thing, but maybe
damn, now I have to wear shoes that can be shined.
Yeah, just maybe there's a code word or something.
I'm from Zeus.
Or a phrase like, okay, bend over.
If they remember my Scuba Radio name, they get a cigar.
Which is?
The Tobacco Nut. Greg.
Oh, I thought he was talking about, hey, dumbass. No, that wouldn't be right.
That's everybody knows me by that.
No. Yeah, no. What are you looking
Greg,
at?
You're unkind.
Oh, tell
you're
me
a mean
about
person.
He's a cruel individual.
No,
he really is.
No, I'm not.
You need to get right.
With a twisted, sick mind.
You need to go to church.
They're all turning on me. They're turning on me, I tell you.
Truth hurts.
All right, more coming up. Stay close.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Prepare to rig for dive!
Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
One of the great things about being on location when you're shooting Survivor is that when you have a day off, you have the ocean to go play in. A few seasons back, we had an afternoon off, so I decided to go scuba diving with Maria Sundin, one of our producers, and Mark Burnett, the executive producer of Survivor, The Apprentice, Rockstar. So, we get out there, everybody gets on the boat, there's a whole big group of us, we all get suited up, we get in the water, we're with our dive master, Pete, and we all start to go down.
Yeah, how about that latest series or latest season of Survivor 49. It just started airing last week or two. And, they've been filming a Survivor in Fiji for, I didn't even know it had been this long, but they said 10 years. They're in their 10th year filming the show. I knew they were filming in Fiji. I've talked to the Fijian folks last few years about seeing if we could piggyback on something with Survivor, and we keep talking, but they wise up and say, oh, hell no, and keep throwing that back at me. But I might be able to break down that wall eventually. We will see. But on this week's episode,
you have your own team, Greg. We could make a whole team. We just can't run or swim fast or climb much.
I know that's the problem. That's what you guys keep holding me back, and that's why they say forget about it. These pipe dreams.
CJ, he can cover for us.
Well, no, here.
What do I have to do?
Act responsible.
Well,
climb
forget
for
that.
Us, swim fast.
Maybe you're the one that's held me back, Greg, from ever getting on the show.
Dream on. No, yeah, actually, we did. We pitched Jerry the Diver Guy back in the day, trying to get him on the show. He almost got there, but Then he wised up at the last minute and said, "Oh hell no."
They asked me if I knew you.
Yep.
And I stammered when I said no, and he's like, "That sounds like a lie."
They've been watching.
I thought Jerry wanted to be on Naked and Afraid.
I'm afraid just thinking of it.
I'm afraid to even think about it.
Yeah. But regardless, look,
It's
this
cold
week's,
in here.
this week's issue or this week's episode of Survivor had an incident with a sea snake in Fiji, where the guy, one of the contestants, was sitting on the beach, like when he had his feet in the water, and a sea snake came up and bit him in the bottom of the foot.
Ow.
And he had to be medevaced
Aren't they
out.
super venomous?
Yes, they're like one of the most venomous snakes in the world. And I was like, "What?" And he got pulled from the game, even though they said
sound right. They're not aggressive.
they're not. I was like, "What is going on here?"
Well,
I've never heard of
your
this.
toes in the water, and we'll find out.
Well, what they called it, and this is what I've heard. They called it a dry bite. Okay, which first of all, you're right, Casey. I've never heard of a sea snake biting any divers, let alone swimmers and things like that. And I've heard before, and I have dove with them many times, and I've always been told that they really can't bite you even if they wanted to, because like their mouth, their jaw, don't allow them to get their fangs into you or something.
Right. If I remember right, their fangs are in the back of their jaw.
Right. So, I mean, could they bite you? Yes. But could they get their fangs into you and inject the venom? They say no, so you're safe. So I've been told. But they had this happen on Survivor, and they talk, Jeff Probst is talking about the med folks are saying, okay, we think it's a dry bite, which means it's a bite without any venom being injected, but we got to treat it like he did get infected, and we got to watch him, put him on oxygen and fluids and all this kind of stuff. And they ended up taking him out of the game.
Plus,
the show's name is Survivor. They should have given him a bottle of rum, a coconut, and put him in the forest.
Okay.
Well, they have to make as much drama as possible, Greg. So even if it is no big deal, they're going to play it up.
Nah, I don't think that's true.
Yes.
No,
these shows are all phony as hell.
No, I think this was a serious situation.
I think you would have. I don't think it was. Had you give him a bottle of rum and throw him in the forest?
No, I mean, but the thing is, you have never heard of this. I have never heard of this, and I've been around sea snakes many times. There was one dive I did in Australia that literally we went down on a wreck. It's a famous dive. I don't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but there you go down on this dive. And I was freaked out. It was a shipwreck just literally covered with hundreds of sea snakes. I mean, it was creepy looking. And it was also cool. And they're free swimming. They're hanging around on the deck of the boat. I mean, I'd never seen anything like it. And I'm like, man, these are sea snakes. These things are like the most venomous snakes in the world. And they say, oh, well, they can't bite you or they can't inject their venom. And they're not going to bite you anyway. They might swim up and into your gear and swim around you like an eel might. Get close and stuff, but they're not going to bite you unless you threaten them somehow or corner one. And even then, they can't really, get their fangs into you and to inject the venom. So I'm like, all right, well, pretty awesome. And it was a great dive. But sure enough, they have this contestant, and freaking sea snake comes up out into the surf and bit him on the bottom of his foot. He just didn't see it. He was like, oh, and he realized, like, crap, there's a sea snake.
Probably
there.
got caught in the wave and couldn't.
Yeah, well, they swim up in the surf. I've seen that before. I've seen eels actually jump out of the water up onto a rock and swirl around and stuff like that. Yeah, they'll get out of the water.
Seen it all.
Well, yeah, but I've never heard of a sea snake biting anybody like that. And when it's something that I mean, I was like, what? They just talked about this happening, and I'm like that, and I'm turning to my wife. I'm like, the sea snake's like the most venomous snake in the world, and they just had someone get bit. What the hell's going to happen now? And you see them freak out. I don't think that wasn't staged, CJ. I'm sure they were freaking because that's never happened before. They said that's never happened before, and if it had, they would have had it on one of the other 49 seasons of Survivor. And it's, I mean, we've been doing this show a long time. I've never heard of a diver getting bit by a sea snake. Have any of you?
None of us have ever been bit.
Yeah. Right. And I've never heard of anybody being bit by a sea snake.
They missed a good opportunity there, I think, on
What do you mean?
Survivor.
Why?
They could have said, dude, good news is you're getting a peg leg, so you're going to be a real pirate.
Okay, they could have went that
We have to
route.
amputate, but you get to be a pirate for real.
Yeah. Okay.
And we're going to do it here on the island.
Yeah,
so
and they
bite
should
this branch.
Did I mention
he should
that-
win the whole game?
Did I mention I've been trying to work with the folks from Survivor for the last few years?
No.
Yeah,
I don't recall.
I think that's how I started this conversation.
When? I wasn't listening. I zoned out for a minute.
Right. I think it was probably more of a stroke. But,
Vinny hasn't had anything to say the whole show.
Golf
What
has
is the
nothing to do with this.
I don't know. Vinny, what do you think? Yeah.
Sea snake,
Okay,
a good
well,
thing or a bad thing?
all right.
Go.
Oh, he done muted himself.
Well said. Well said indeed.
Cedar Falls, go.
Well, I can tell you this.
Des Moines.
Oh my God.
Los Angeles, go ahead.
Well, Vinny, do you have any more you want to add? Or that was it?
He's muted again.
Okay. All right. He's taking a page from
His mouth is moving, but we don't hear you.
Cock Johnson's
Can you hear me now?
technical
Yes.
advice
Yes.
manual. Oh, there he
Let
is.
him talk, Greg.
Oh, yes. Yes. Okay, Vinny.
All
What,
right.
Here it comes.
sea snakes. What do you say? Yeah.
I say I've seen them a lot, but I just had this innate ability to realize, hey, I'm not going to go near that thing. So I didn't get anywhere near him. I never worried about him.
Right.
That could be a side, little
I mean,
side
it's simple.
gig for a spare air. They could make like little venom kit that
little
you take down
spare
with you on
venom.
yeah, like
sea snake venom?
anti-venom on your BC.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's a terrible idea.
It's a great idea.
No, I think it's
Who's the genius now?
nobody on this show. I think we've proven
It
that.
was a rhetorical question.
Yes, okay, fair enough. All right, look, hour 2 is on deck. Maybe Heaney Greer is going to join us, I believe, in hour 2, talk about what's coming up for the scuba show. What's so funny?
How'd you say her name?
Megan Heaney Greer. I don't know what's happening. Stay close.
Be there on Scuba Radio. Let's go!
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio. This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters? Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.
Oh, hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling your radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that Scuba Radio is about to begin.
We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown?
Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Under the sea. Under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for Scuba Radio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome to hour 2 of the world's first radio show devoted to diving, otherwise known as
The Douche.
The Deuce. Exactly. And we have CJ in the studio. And we have the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad connected via the web, made up of Bubba Boy, Vinny Two Tanks, Jerry the Diver Guy, Casey the Tobacco Nut. And I have an update. This is more of a personal story.
Oh, God.
No,
Is it gross?
No, it's good. We've had a bear in our neighborhood. A wandering
in Orlando.
Orlando
really?
suburbia has been invaded by a big old black bear, and this has been going on.
You can see them all the time.
Well, I know. I don't live in the mountains of Virginia.
They get them all the time over in Longwood.
Well, okay. Well, we've never had a bear in this neck of the woods because there isn't many woods around me. But we have had a bear, and it was a big-ass bear, too. I saw it.
Leave you some donuts and stuff out, and they'll come and see you.
Well, it's not a problem because they caught him, or her, or whatever. It was a big-ass bear, though. I saw it on security footage on the neighbors. You know,
they're not that big.
This one was like 300-pounder. It was a big-ass bear.
One of my
You see 'em
friends
up
shot a
against
600
grizzlies.
pound.
Well, you guys shut up and listen to me for once. Jeez.
Casey.
Trying to tell a story here. Okay. So anyway, they caught the bear.
Now it's weird.
Yeah. Thanks, Greg.
Now it's awkward.
I'm trying to educate you guys. You got to listen sometimes.
You saw a bear.
Educate.
Awesome.
Saw a bear. They caught it. And, things are better now. I can walk the streets at night and not worry about being mangled by a big old black bear in Florida.
Well, you could have walked the streets anyway. It wouldn't have bothered you.
Well, says you.
Greg, they'll run from you.
Incorrect.
Greg.
You're incorrect,
Greg,
sir. I am afraid of bears. There was just an incident this
Jerry-
past week of a lady being mauled by a black bear. I think it might have
She
actually
covered
been
herself in
Florida.
honey.
Wrong.
Listen, Jerry is a mountain man. He knows this stuff.
Well,
Look
don't.
at all the people in Gatlinburg. I mean,
Greg.
the freaking bears is all over the streets down there, and they're filming them.
And Alaska.
Yeah, but when they're popping up in places they're not supposed to be.
They're
and
not supposed to be in Gatlinburg.
Oh, but what are you talking about? They've
Greg,
always had bears.
They're
there.
supposed to be here.
They're not supposed to be in my front yard. You got to remember,
Yeah.
we took their
Okay,
house.
quit.
It
quit.
didn't take hours.
The whole point of bringing up this bear story has nothing to do with bears. So just sit back.
I
for a second
barely
here.
care about this
Yeah,
story.
I know. But you like sharks, don't you?
I love sharks.
Okay, so bears and sharks. What do you think?
Wait.
Do they act the
Wait.
same, Casey?
Wait.
What?
I got wild pigs in my yard.
Okay,
Does
we're
that
not talking
count?
about pigs. We're talking about bears and sharks.
Okay.
Focus.
Speaking of boars.
So, one of the things when it comes to, shark dives that we've talked about many times in the past, there's people that don't like shark dives and they think that you're sending a bad message to the sharks because they'll associate divers with food, right?
Free snack.
And but when you really look at it, all the years of all these dives, it's not that's not happening with sharks. If the sharks were associating divers with food, they'd be getting bit all the time. The only people that get bit by sharks around these dives are the ones around the food, right? They're handling the food. And the handlers might get bit, nipped at because
So you're
sharks-
saying if you don't feed the bears, you have nothing to worry about.
Not well. What has happened with bears is that they do associate people with food. And what happens is when the bears realize, they can go through a suburban area in Florida and rummage through garbage cans, they start associating the neighborhood with
Greg,
free food.
When you were skipping down the road at night, were you carrying a picnic basket?
I was not.
Hey, boo boo.
But
Did you have a red hood?
they've had many incidents where the bears get aggressive, and
Well,
they
gee,
have
if we
incidents.
Stop cutting down all the trees. And
Okay,
ripping
well
out
that's
all
the whole
berry
thing. Once
bushes.
again, it has nothing to do with bears. Stay with me. What I'm trying to illustrate is that bears and the problem with bears, nuisance bears, and the reason they get put down does not translate to sharks in the water. They do not act the same. And there's an argument. There's a story I came across.
You're drawing a parallel here somehow.
No, because there are people that are coming after shark dives again and saying, well, we don't feed bears, so we shouldn't feed sharks. Well, they act totally different. And I saw a story about a guy who said that when they have a shark,
salmon.
Like this bear that roamed through our neighborhood, they tracked it down, they found it, and they killed it, I think. All right.
Oh, they shouldn't have done that.
And so they took it out. Now, when we have a shark,
release it into the woods.
When we have a shark attack, and someone does get bit at the beach, it happens. People are out in the ocean, and shark may mistake, the flash of a leg or something, and think it's a fish and bite it, and you have an incident, right? But there's, this guy put out an article this week saying that he thinks that the problem is that there are certain sharks that are starting to, are associating people with free food. Like there's a rogue shark, like Jaws.
Oh, that's so retarded.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And when you look at all the data, it actually, says exactly the opposite. And as divers on these shark dives,
can we say what this guy's name is, and so people will know?
He was following some instances in the Caribbean, like St. Kitts and Nevis down in the Caribbean someplace, and saying, he made the claim that he thinks his theory is that when we have these shark incidents, it's like, a very small population of the general shark population that bites people. And I'm like, based on what? And he's like, well, we can check with the DNA. If we check someone who's been bit by a shark, they leave the DNA, and then we can track it to another shark, and it's the same shark. Well, could the same shark bite some more than one person? Maybe. But I was like, it doesn't. I mean, we have never seen anything remotely close to that. And I was like,
that's so
it's basically, it's basically the story of Jaws. The Jaws has this. Has this vendetta.
He's a man-eater.
And that kind of thing.
But the whole shark family did.
Well, plus, and what it was leading it to was like, when they have an incident, should they go out and try to find this one particular shark that bit somebody and take it out and problem solved?
Well, how are you going to pick out one shark?
Right, exactly. How are you going to be able to,
like Australia, and net them all?
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe
it's
he
not
was
the
just
same.
Reminiscent of the 50th anniversary of Jaws.
Well, it could be, but it did play into that, and it was a little aggravating to see. But once again, if you make that parallel between, and that's what he said, well, we have the problem with bears. When they show up in places and create problems for people on land, why wouldn't that be the same for sharks? Well, they don't act like bears. Sharks don't act like bears. I mean, you go to a shark feeding site, and when they feed the sharks, like I said, maybe the handler might get bit. But if they're not feeding the sharks and you go back to that dive site and dive it with no food, guess what? You might see a shark, might check to see if you have food, but if you don't, guess what? They leave you alone. It's happened millions of times. More coming up.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer, and Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Taric is the best, most intuitive, and reliable wristwatch-sized dive computer on the market. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater, dive computers for demanding divers.
When it comes to manufacturing quality dive gear, pretty much all the big players were forced to produce their stuff overseas. Next Underwater Products, however, took a different approach, bringing design and assembly back to the USA. They have an impressive story, and you can read all about it at nexdive.com, along with checking out their complete line of high-quality dive gear.
Each Next regulator system is made to order, cutting down on overhead, which allows Next to give you way more bang for your diving buck. At the core of each Next regulator is a unique modular design that can be easily modified as your diving skills and preferences evolve over time. And get this, Next is the Scuba Lab Tester's Choice winner for 2025. Your best dive will be your next dive. Just go to nextdive.com and order now. That's NEXdive.com. Next Underwater Products. Make your next dive your best dive at nextdive.com.
Scuba action star Mike Scott is back in a new audiobook, Cayman Cowboys, Reefs Under Pressure. From author Eric Douglas comes the one that started it all. Listen as Mike deals with submarines, kidnapping, betrayal, and more.
He didn't even have fins or a mask to let him see in the water. He was going to be slow and blind. If it weren't for the float, he knew there would be no way he would ever make it to the surface.
Download Cayman Cowboys or Oil and Water, Return to Cayman, Turks and Chaos, and Lionfish at Amazon, booksbyeric.com, and audible.com.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Hi, I'm Captain Slate from Captain Slate's Atlantis Dive Center in Florida, and you're listening to my good buddy and dive pal, Greg the Dive Master, from the world's first radio show devoted to diving, Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio. I love it.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master, CJ in the studio with me. Bubble Boy, Vinny Two Tanks, Casey the Tobacco Nut, Jerry the Diver Guy, all connected via the web as part of the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad. So are there such thing as problem sharks that, I mean, that's the theory
There's
that
problem
this guy's put
people.
out there. And actually, it's a lady, a scientist, by the way, that put this
Well, see,
theory
that's
out
why
there.
women shouldn't be doing science.
I don't know if that's true.
Or driving.
Oh, boy. Anywho, we love the ladies.
When
Just
they
for the
make us
record.
a sandwich.
No, jeez.
They should only wear tails.
Okay, that's not appropriate, and I do not condone any of the comments made from the crew of the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad.
I got a text saying I should say this stuff.
Do not include me on
Oh,
this
as a male, got you.
crew
Okay,
thing.
understood.
Oh,
Jerry
what
the
a
diver
wimp.
guy did not
Is
say
representing the
stuff.
female side of the
Jerry, is there
conversation.
something you want to tell us?
I plead the fifth.
I'm muted.
Yeah, of course you are. Exactly. First time we heard Vinny Two Tanks all day. All right. Well, yeah. I think the theory is hogwash, though. I mean, and basically.
Are you calling her a pig?
No. I'm just
Sounds
calling
like you did.
Clueless. I just don't. I mean, I saw this. Her argument was.
Are we
that
going back to the bear and shark thing?
we're talking about sharks.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
still
Now
on.
they
I thought
do
we
not
were
act.
talking about pigs.
There's
You
not
said
problem
hogwash.
sharks. There is not problem sharks like Jaws. That's Hollywood nonsense. But but she was making the comparison to bears, and that we have nuisance bear issues, just like I told you about the one in our neighborhood. But we don't have nuisance shark incidents. And like I said, my proof
Isn't it
with
nuisance?
this, no, my proof is that all the shark dives that are done around the world, if you go dive these sites when they're not doing a feeding, and I've done it hundreds of times, the sharks will be maybe a little bit more friendly. They may get closer to you as a diver, but if you don't have food with you, they don't look at you and go, hey, where's my food? Oh, you don't have no food? I'll eat you instead. That does
Right.
not happen.
Right, it doesn't.
And if that was happening, we would have an epidemic of divers being bit by sharks around the world. And the fact that it doesn't, I think, is enough proof to any person looking at it, whether you're a scientist self-proclaimed expert. That should be enough for you to know that sharks and bears do not act the same, because bears do. It shows time and time again. Boy, most bears don't bother anybody, but do they get problem bears that will attack a hiker in the mountains of Virginia or something like that? Yes. We've even had it happen here in Florida.
It's the same thing with alligators.
Correct.
Feed them, they're going to keep showing up.
Do I want to dive with alligators or bears around? No. Am I worried about sharks? No.
Exactly.
I've been around many sharks, and as long as you don't, you're not wearing like a meat necklace or something, and doing something ridiculous or spear fishing, you're asking for a possible negative encounter with a shark if you're spear fishing. But even in those situations, it's it's
goes
not
after
really
the
a
fish,
problem.
not the
person. They want to get the fish. They don't want to eat you. But if you're competing, they look at you as a competitor. Like, hey, you got a fish on you, speared fish on your on the end of your spear, and you're trying to get it out of the water, and they want that fish. They may come after you to get that fish, just like as a competitor. But they're not coming after you to eat you.
Well, the bears just go into the trash can to get something to eat.
Well, that may be, but do the bears come after people sometimes, Jerry? Yes, they have. It's been documented many, many times. And sometimes
I'm not arguing that point.
Well, okay, that was the point I was making, though. That's what makes them different.
I need to say one thing, though. When the bears come after people, and I saw this all the time when I was up in Alaska, the people usually have food in their backpack.
Yeah, I have no doubt that is true.
Associating them, and they're going after the food, not the people necessarily.
Not necessarily, but sometimes they do, and they have. Casey, they are definitely. Bears have been shown to go after people,
and they're also super protective of their cubs. If you get near their cubs, you're shredded.
You may not even see the cubs, but if the cubs are there, you're getting attacked.
Right. Yeah. But I go back to that. You remember that bear guy, the bear whisperer?
Don't care about their babies.
That guy did. They had that TV show a few years ago, or documentary about that bear whisperer.
Timothy Treadwell.
What was it? Bubble Boy.
Timothy Treadwell.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, and he would go and kind of
his girlfriend who smelled of meat.
And what? No, he didn't. But he would embed himself in like these groups of families of bears to get close to him and stuff. And eventually, one came after him and kind of ate him.
That might be the worst idea in the history of bad
ideas.
But you got to realize that is an Alaskan brown bear that ate him.
Yeah. So what? It's a bear, isn't it?
No.
No. What do you mean, no?
A grizzly or a brown bear is a completely different animal than a black bear.
Well, but it's a bear.
You're completely different behavior patterns, completely different animals.
Different sizes, too.
Well, okay. So
a grizzly bear will look at you and go, "There's lunch."
Okay.
A black bear, you throw your arms up, yell and scream. He might go, "Oh, damn, I'm leaving."
Well, most of the time that is the case, but have black bears attacked people on hiking trails and stuff? Yes, they have. It's happened in the Smokies.
Yes, Greg.
Yes, it has happened.
Most of the time.
But look, I'm not here to debate.
Was there.
Look, I'm not here to debate whether bears are safe or not.
What about Winnie the Pooh?
When compared to sharks and bears and land-based, predators, do not the making that connection like, well, we don't feed the bears, so we should not feed the sharks. That is a classic argument you hear, and the reality is sharks don't act the same as bears. I mean, if you're kind of clueless in the world of diving with sharks as a scuba diver, I can understand that being an argument to make, and we've heard it a million times before. But once again, it's been proven with all the divers that have dived with sharks over the years that they do not associate us as their food source, right?
Of course not.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, there you go. I win the argument. Moving on.
No one's arguing with you.
Yeah.
Scuba Radio.
Scuba.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Welcome back. The votes are in. The second singer of Group A to get unmasked is... Who is it?
This is really tough. No, it doesn't get easier.
The Diver.
Oh, poor Diver. Diver's so sad. I didn't see that coming.
Neither did I.
And keep it going for The Diver.
Well, you're in the right place for that. You got a huge contingency of people that are fans on this show because it's the world's first radio show devoted to diving, where divers congregate every Saturday, 3 to 5 Eastern time. I am Greg, the Dive Master. I'm here to warn the public, not of sharks, more so of bears and alligators. And I think we've covered that. We need to move on to other things.
Like dinosaurs.
No.
Spaceships.
There's a new submarine that's I think it's actually launching today, and it's going to go on a 5-year mission to take a track around the world using the world's currents. They're going to take,
measurements,
all kinds of stuff,
readings,
testings, and things, and as
samples.
It's going to sail
testings
through the currents. And, they'll take environmental readings and things like that to see. I mean, there's some side to it. Like they think this will be able to tell them how the world is doing when, climate change and all that stuff. We'll see where it goes with that. But it's a pretty fascinating project. But it's going to be going, a knot or two in the currents and floating around. And, you could be diving and might see this giant torpedo thing zip by you on a scuba dive. And I don't want you to think it's one of those alien underwater spacecraft that we've talked about in the past, because this is like a legit scientific project that'll be going. I think they figure it'll be like a 5-year trek. So, but it just looks like a long kind of torpedo looking thing. And if you were, diving.
And it's going to be by us, like where we go?
Well, I don't know where. I think it's launching somewhere up north, like off of New England or someplace. So, and it's going to go mostly deep. But they figure
that's going to come across the aliens.
They'll have one battery change that they'll have to make halfway through the trek. But this supposedly is going to use currents and stuff so it can save energy and literally be kind of, just set on its course. And they'll track it around the world.
How much is that costing us?
Billions.
Is this a manned submarine?
No, totally. It's not I'm not sure it's autonomous. I guess it is, but they said they'll be, they got a path or whatever, and there's going to be some engineers that are steering it remotely somehow.
It's going to mysteriously disappear.
No.
Yeah, something's going to eat it.
Well, they did say they got to take into account
the aliens are going to get it.
Marine encounters and things like that. So they could
going to get that.
Well, they
E.T. phone home.
I know they're down there. Somebody told me they saw them. I don't know who that was.
Greg.
What saw the
Greg?
underwater
Okay.
aliens? Yeah, I mean, look, we've talked about this.
Did they look like Patrick Duffy?
A few weeks ago they had testimony in front of Congress here in the U.S. Where they had 3 or 4 whistleblowers testify, talking about seeing stuff they couldn't exchange or couldn't don't understand. It would traverse between the ocean and the sky with no disruption of waves or any of this stuff. Who knows? There's been other chatter that there's some congressmen that have blurted out that we know there's some underwater bases, and the underwater.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, wait, what? Hold up.
Yeah. And these are congressmen. These aren't just whack jobs.
This should be like
it's military.
Top
this
news
stuff,
story every day.
Wait a minute.
This stuff has been coming out.
Congressmen.
Yeah.
And not being whack jobs.
Well,
these are 2 separate things.
There's no benefit to them lying.
Well, and plus some of this stuff. The first
I got
part.
the point, Casey. You're right.
Well, hey, look, the first stuff I said about the whistleblowers, that was they testified under oath to Congress in a public hearing. That's a new level of craziness, whether you believe in this stuff or not. So they are saying some things.
Yeah, that's risky to them.
Yeah, exactly. They're whistleblowers. They're coming forward and taking all the grief for it and everything. But these are military people. These aren't. They're telling their stories to congressmen that are currently out there. This story has been overshadowed by a lot of the news. But, the one thing that's been going on this week, I go back to, what is it, A1 Atlas? What do they call that thing again? What is it? That big meteor?
It's the Great Space Coaster.
Here we go.
3-Eye Atlas. That's what it is.
The Millennium Falcon.
So let me explain how this ties to diving, because, what 3-Eye Atlas is, they first said it was just a giant comet. It's on a weird trajectory through our solar system, right? And on October 3rd is when we were supposed to get the first real high-definition pictures of this comet. That there has been one scientist in particular that's all over the web saying that, look, I'm not saying this is alien technology, but this doesn't look right. And he's been all over the internet.
You think they're Vulcans?
Don't know what they are, but are they on their way to, would this be how they would, interface and send off their probes to their underwater, things there?
Maybe
in
it's
the ocean?
Galacticus.
Yeah, okay.
That's
you guys.
Vulcan nuts.
Maybe.
But here's the kicker. So, it's October 11th, and these pictures were taken on October 3rd by NASA, a NASA probe. And this is when we were gonna be told this is gonna give us the pictures to let us know one way or another if this could possibly be any kind of alien technology. Conspiracy theory, my ass. Why is it not been released already?
Easy, big guy.
Shutdown.
It's only because the
government.
government. Yeah, I'm telling you, if they wanted to nip this conspiracy theory, these pictures would be released and it would be done with.
Well,
and they have it.
Saying it's supposed to be the closest to the sun on October 30th.
I think it's actually first week in November, but it doesn't matter.
October
3rd is when the pictures were taken.
When can I see it with a pair of binoculars?
I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, there is another date in November where we're going to get another shot. But these pictures from October 3rd, I'm telling you, there's something weird going on here. They could nip this thing in the butt and put it all to bed. Why haven't they done it? It's been, it's been over a week.
Distraction.
It's been over a week. And
they took the pictures and it had just married on the windows.
It could just be our alien counterparts delivering the plans for the Mars rocket.
Yeah, you guys make your jokes. They're going to come after you first, right? So you might as well bend over now because you're going to be the first ones to be probed with smart-ass comments like that.
Oh, no, just before I get probed, I'm putting on one of those ScubaRadio lime green shield skins. They don't get through that.
Well, they're pretty They're pretty thin, those skins, and they probably have a hole in them for your enjoyment. But I don't know.
You're setting us up?
No.
You're working with them?
No, I'm giving you guys an opportunity to.
He is one of them.
Come
that's
clean.
How he's been on the air for 28 years.
All right. Look, these underwater bases, they say they're out there. Who knows? And as scuba divers, I think we're on the front line. We have to be responsible. We have to be open to the possibility.
You could get the first interview.
Well, maybe. But I'm just looking at for self-preservation.
They're probably monitoring this show.
Well, they know I'm a friend. I come in peace.
Are you?
Yes. You guys are the ones making jokes.
How do you know they're friendly?
They're going to come after you.
How do you know they're friendly?
I don't. That's why I'm sucking up to I'm brown-nosing now. Yeah, whatever.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Prepare to rig for dive!
Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
I would like to extend to you an invitation to the party.
We're gonna have some fun without a dive. At the party, scuba party. Now don't stay behind, don't get left out. At the party, scuba party. Now the scuba party is here and it's here to stay. At the party, scuba party. If you want some fun, it's the only way. At the party, scuba party. We're gonna dive in and swim all about, move around just like the truck. Now at the party, a big party.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. Okay, so, part of the things we do on this show is try to educate our divers around the world accordingly. And, 3i Atlas, that comet that supposedly is, coming through our solar system right now. It's been over a week, and we haven't seen these high-definition pictures yet. They claim it's because the government shut down. All right, that's their excuse.
They're waiting on the film to be developed.
No, that's not it. But we were supposed to get our first high-definition pictures of this comet, which is, they say, at least the size of Rhode Island. Like, it would be the biggest comet we have ever seen in the world, ever. And it has some really strange characteristics. It's coming in on a trajectory through our solar system that is in line with the planets, by the way. And they say the odds of this are like, 1 in crazy, I don't know. It's just crazy stuff.
My favorite part of the story is,
or whatever. What?
Is that it forces you to say the word trajectory.
Yes. That's a tricky one. It is. And I'm not saying it's an alien spaceship, but there are people online saying that for sure. And and it did raise my eyebrow this week when I heard that those pictures had not been released. And why do I care? Well, because I've been following this story for some time. We've talked about these underwater bases that some people in Congress have been talking about. It's kind of slipped out. There's been some public stuff going on that we can't explain.
Do you think that's where octopus come from?
You know what? Here's my question. If we were going to be visited by aliens, don't you think the closest thing that we would have to compare it to would be the crazy critters we see underwater as scuba
divers? Well, they say that the octopus has like DNA that doesn't exist in any other creature on Earth.
Do they say that?
Yeah. No, honest to God.
Telling me something I didn't know.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah. That's why some people think that octopus were actually somehow of alien origin.
Well,
they're very, very smart. They can camouflage. And when they really got down to, when the science caught up a few years ago and they were able to look at DNA and stuff, they're like, this is strange.
This is freaky.
Because every other creature on the whole planet
right
shares certain stuff, and they're like, this
doesn't.
Octopus is the only one they found.
I've always thought if we were going to meet aliens, they'd be closer to Squidward than they would be, like Cock Johnson.
See,
you know what I mean?
I finally make a
Well,
point.
the
and you gotta
Aztec
make
and
jokes.
all that bunch. You look at it.
Excuse me, Jerry? What?
The Aztecs and the Mayans and
They look just like octopus. Is that what you're saying?
no, they draw all the pictures. of them.
The petroglyphs or whatever the petroglyphs.
hieroglyphics.
Yeah, those things.
Yeah.
The pictures, and they would.
Yeah, there is like drawings all over the place.
Yeah.
Ancient.
Right.
Like big
Another
bird
little
looking
ships coming out of the sky.
Yeah,
with
like
the beams
bird
coming
looking
in.
aliens.
Yeah.
With like
Well, you would
beaks.
think if indeed there are these underwater bases all scattered throughout the world. I mean, that's.
What if we're the aliens?
Huh?
What
No,
if
don't.
we're the aliens?
Don't go too deep on me here. Don't get crazy.
That's what she said.
If there are these underwater bases for where they've been visiting us for years, and they claim they haven't been, uncovered for whatever reason, could some of this alien DNA slip out and invade an octopus, or maybe they're the spawn of an alien?
They could be hiding in plain
hybrid.
sight. Maybe they've just been out all this time and they're just octopus, and
Well-
we're just used to seeing them.
If
We've accepted them as our own.
a big gooey mess, like if you put them in your hand. And
I mean,
then
you don't
would
have to. You don't have to go to personal attacks.
Well, it's not. I'm just saying. I mean, but I think that does make more sense than thinking like it'd be little green men with, big eyeballs and the grays.
Well, now Marvin the Martian wasn't like that.
Well,
Greg.
right. It was green, whatever, little green men, gray men, the grays, they say, with the big eyes.
Yeah.
I think I do think if they're hiding in the ocean, they would be more like you said, like some kind of marine creature, because you see so many bizarre things.
It is a great place to hide.
Well, and they fit right in with all the crazy stuff.
That's why
we
they
see
have
in
all
scuba
those
diving.
bases underwater.
Well, once again, that's where I kind of make the connection. Now, how does that tie into the comment? Well,
They could get away with it not being seen, coming and going for years, and how who knows how long, because
right,
you can get to places on the ocean that are so remote.
True.
That there's no ships anywhere.
Right.
Maybe they're going to make Earth great again.
Okay.
But
maybe.
you'd think one of our satellites would see something.
Well, they
'Cause
are.
We've got so many satellites.
But they're not releasing the pictures. So that's where I go back to this. I mean, I normally would not, play into a potential conspiracy like this.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
All the time.
Why did they not release the pictures? I mean, it's been over a week. I'm very surprised, and I'm thinking if there was nothing there, they would have released this and put this puppy to bed.
Maybe releasing the pictures is not the top priority that NASA has at the moment.
That's what they do. They look at the sky, and they shoot rockets and stuff up there. That's kind of what they do, Casey. So
I know, but there might be other things happening too.
Like what?
That releasing the pictures to the public is not that big a deal to them.
Well, I don't know.
They're probably taking a break. Come on.
I don't know.
The government shut down. They're just all pretty relaxed people.
Has anyone asked Ace Frehley? He's the spaceman.
Well, there's that guy. Yeah, or the Star Child. He would probably know too.
The Star
He
Child
wouldn't
would
know.
know.
No, he wouldn't.
Well, anywho.
That's more like a movie star.
I mean, this is the kind of stuff that you get on Scuba Radio that you won't get anywhere else.
Thank God.
Whether you want it or not. But I think it's always important to educate the diving world to
Do you think
these potential problems.
The 3
or
Atlas
issues.
thing will make a detour and
No, I
shoot
don't-
right down into the ocean?
They already have the trajectory set, but the theory is that if it is a spaceship, it's going to break off some probes, and the probes are going to come down and visit us.
Oh, you're just totally guessing at this point.
No.
Just coming up
That's one of the theories. Is that when it goes back behind the sun,
on Skinwalker
when
Ranch.
well, probably. But when it goes behind the sun, the probes
like
will.
space drones.
Yeah, And they'll come after us.
Like a pod.
And they'll make contact or they'll wipe us all out.
Might be like R2-D2 and C-3PO.
Could be. Or it could be a
Greg,
it could be like an
be?
octopus-like glob that just floats off and floats around like they do in the ocean, but they can do that in the environment.
That was on The Simpsons. It's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, they say The Simpsons is basically the Nostradamus.
That's
of the
why
20th
they're.
century.
Remember when they had the aliens?
Simpsons is an alien.
Remember when they had the aliens on The Simpsons and they were in their spaceship and they go, holy flirking schnit.
Yeah. See? And you look that up. The Simpsons have predicted so many things over the years.
I know, it's really weird.
It is.
I think Greg's an alien. That's how he knows when they're going to release the probe.
You heard it here first.
He's already been
maybe
probed.
last. We may or may not be here next week. We'll have to all see. But if we are, till then, remember, it's always better where?
In space.
Oh, down where it's wet. Safe diving, everyone.
Y'all love Scuba Radio. On the boat or down below if you want to stay in the know. If you be pressurized there, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio. This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters? Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.